Oh man. You've got to be kidding me. Yo. What? Are you joking? Yo, this is nonsense. Nonsense. You've got to be kidding. You got to be kidding me. Let's try it again. Yeah, Rakia. They booted me, Rakia, for singing a song. That is my guess. They can be so precise about certain things, but they can't fix other issues. That's pretty hilarious. I mean, I guess I got hit, man. They hit me. All right, so what I was saying before I got booted, if you're still there, help me figure out my audio here. I'm trying to see where it's coming from. Want to make sure it's not coming from my laptop. So tell me when I sound the loudest. Here we go. Here we go. All right. So am I loudest when I'm leaning towards Sonic or leaning towards my chair, my lazy boy? What's up, Danny? Oh, wait a minute. All right. So that means I'm coming from my microphone. Correct. Hoping not. All right, cool. All right, good. Yeah, man, they booted me for singing Rob Bass. All right, cool. Let me move it over a little bit. Because last time I was going through my laptop, and you can hear like this weird kind of. When I stopped talking, it would get like really loud. That was a laptop fan. So I didn't realize I hate bad audio. I can deal with the okay picture, but bad audio is the worst. The worst. All right. So, like I said, what's up, Danny? What's up, Rock? Yeah. What's up, Jamaican Gamer? Welcome. Thank you guys for all hitting the like button. I appreciate that. Let me do this. I hope this isn't messing anything up. All right, there we go. What is this doing? What are you doing? Playing Animal Crossing. I think. Oh, I didn't turn it off. I was too. What up, Cloudy Mind? All right. Of course, you're playing Animal Crossing. It better be. We've been waiting on some gaming from Nintendo. Finally got it. You better get on it. All right, that's good. Let me click out of that. All right, let me just see if I can get a few more people to jump in here. I know that's going to be hard because everybody. Oh, maybe I should take my glasses off. Am I getting a glare when I look at the camera? Let me know. I can't tell. Nintendo. That's right, Danny. Nintendo. You fans are just too damn Nintendo. Your wounds are too Nintendo. No glare? All right. Thank you, Cloudy Mind. I can't really tell because I have a light right there. Got one here. I don't have this one on because it looks good enough. All right. Goo. All right. While I'm waiting, I guess we can kind of do a recap because a lot of people weren't here for my super late stream a night and a half ago. That makes any sense? Got some static here. Oh, can you hear this? What kind of static? She's like popping. Bit of static. I don't understand. See, I can't wait. I sent from my CPU from my desktop. My laptop is just ill-equipped for any kind of live streaming. It's just good enough. Oh, I don't think that was static then. I think that was my laptop. Me pressing down on the mouse pad. If it's fine now. All right. Another experiment. Like frying fizzy sound. Frying fizzy sound. All right, let me see. Move my laptop further away. My laptop is, kicking into gear. And I think what's happening is it's picking up on my it's gone now. Okay. I think it's just my laptop fan. My mic's picking it up because this thing it kicks into gear, especially when I live stream. It's not equipped at all for live streaming. Like I said, it works just good enough. But I sent off for a new CPU, so hopefully it'll be here soon enough. And it's my own fault. I was messing around with my desktop and I accidentally popped loose the CPU. So I had to put heatsink on it and put the what do you call it? The cooler, the fan back on, and I think I bent like there's a bunch of tiny little leads on the CPU that go into the motherboard, and I think I bent one, and so my laptop would power up, but I wouldn't see anything. It wouldn't go into the software. So, and it sucks because it was a perfectly fine CPU, but for whatever reason, when I was putting it back in, I bent, and it's very easy to do if you're not paying attention. Bent the tiny little lead, little connector, and it won't go in the hole properly. So that's the problem. But anyway, so hopefully within the next week, it'll be here. It takes like 10 minutes to put in, if that, and I can get back to having all my little doodads, my little chat boxes, and all that cool, fun stuff. The way I like to do them, my streams here, and that's actually a part of my topics. So stick around for that, because I want to win, but I need you. I want to win, but I need you. But honestly, we win together. All right, so like I said, quick recap, because some of you guys were not here, which is fine. I understand. I just did an impromptu live stream, not last night, but the night before. I was just super bored, so I jumped on. But and I just threw some stuff together about PS2 or PS2. I was playing PS2 earlier. That's why it's on my brain. PS5, the what do you call it? The reveal, the GDC backdoor developer PowerPoint presentation being presented to us like it's some kind of nice, cool reveal for gamers and consumers, which it wasn't. Jamaican Gamer, I think they make those things very easily, unknowingly break to make money. I mean, seriously, like there couldn't be a better way. Can't you put like a gate or a divider, a separator of some kind, aluminum even, around the there's what 100 or so tiny little leads coming out of the CPU. Easy to bend, like easy. Can't they put something around it so that way you don't accidentally rub your finger across it? Because it doesn't take much to push those little things out of proportion. I think you're right on that one, Jamaican. I think they do make them easy to mess up, so you can have to get another one. Danny says, remember how the hype Switch reveal, how hype the Switch reveal was? It was super hype. I mean, even just the trailer. There was channels started. There was channels that broke out just talking about that trailer and breaking the trailer down. The trailer, I'm talking about the 2016, what was it, October or November? I always forget. Just breaking it down, looking at which we know now is Mario Odyssey game, breaking that down. Skyrim. People were hyped about Skyrim on Switch. Like, I thought it was cool for sure, but like people got hyped because it made them feel like, okay, well, Bethesda, who's never really supported Nintendo on anything before, if they're showing up, third parties are back, is going to be great. So yeah, a lot of people were super hyped on that. And then you go to the actual reveal. The trailer was a reveal, unlike what Sony just did. But you go to the presentation where they like show all the, they're all their ideas for the Switch. Talking about the Joy-Cons and the cool tech in that, and just like, the games that are coming. Price point. They went through it all, and it was pretty glorious. And for me, especially, like I've said it a few times, I loved, them showcasing the Joy-Cons and, you know, what they could do, and pouring the water into the glass, you know, the stuff that, what was it called? 1-2 Switch, the overpriced app that should have just been digital on your Switch day one. Showing, you know, all the stuff that you could do with these Joy-Cons that they haven't really done as much with, probably since 2017, outside of Labo and Ring Fit. There's some cool stuff with Ring Fit. But yeah, it was like super hype. And should I go into, because I want to do a standalone video talking about that. But honestly, you guys watch the live streams probably more than my standalone videos at this point, which saddens me because that's also part of my topics tonight. I want to do what I used to do, but I just can't justify, you know, spending hours and whatnot making a video with cool editing and, you know, action figures and all that good stuff, and nobody watches it. Because that's what you want as a YouTuber. You want people to watch your stuff. It's not just about, yeah, part of it for me is about just being creative and getting that out there. But even when you're being creative, you want people to see it. It's not just for you. I mean, some people, you know, like to keep their things hidden to themselves or whatever. But if I'm doing something creative that I think is really cool, I want as many people as possible to see it. So we'll talk about that in a sec. But I forgot what I even titled this thing. I have to look at my my page to find out, because I can't remember. Do you? Oh, I was about to sing again. I was gonna get myself booted again. Oh yeah, duh. Animal Crossing, duh. But what was the other? Okay, board. Okay, and help me. All right. So everybody's playing Animal Crossing right now. I turned my Switch on, and like everybody was on it, which is cool and not surprising. I mean, and it's great. Like, I mean, I haven't had that much time with it, but I dig the visual, I dig the interface, I dig everything about it, you know. But you know, Animal Crossing is a grind type of game. It's not like something you can come out and say, "Oh, I did this and that," unless you spent, you know, a good 5 hours or something already in it. Then you maybe can do that. But I'm not allowed. I mean, I'm not allowed to. I can't really speak on it yet. But you know, I know Animal Crossing. I've been playing Animal Crossing since GameCube, so it's not like I'm not used to it. And we already knew from directs and whatnot the cool new features that are going on, and it seems great. And I can't wait to like be able to start really doing stuff. I mean, I can wait because part of the playing the game is kind of that build up, that working on, you know, working to get where you want to get in the game. It's not just getting there, because you never get there anyway, because you keep coming back and you're doing new things all the time in Animal Crossing. So that's how it works. But yeah, like Stitch says, the game is beautiful. And what's up, Dev Games? What's up, Dev? Yeah, the game is gorgeous to look at. The funny thing is that it wasn't for me at first, because I have different settings on my TV for different game consoles, well, specifically generations of game consoles. So everything pre HD era on my TV, you know, every game console that's pre HD era, except for the Wii, because I do have component hookups that go HDMI with that, so the Wii is fine. But like GameCube, original Xbox, depends on if I played it OG Xbox game in my or Xbox One or not. But GameCube, PlayStation 2, you know, on down, I have a different setting, and I'm annoyed because I can't call it what I want to call it. It's just what do you call it? It's already a set name, so it gives you the different options for my TV. It gives you like movie, vivid, sports, that kind of thing. And so I have to remember which one I set for what. So vivid, I use for like my HD consoles and whatnot. and that's the setting for my HD consoles. So that's cool. But I always end up forgetting what I use for my retro consoles, my AV, consoles that I have, that I use my converters and stuff for. And that's on, see, I already forgot. It's on movie. That's the setting I use for that. And actually, when I watch movies, I use Vivid for that too. But for when I play like my N64 or my, like I said, PS2, PS1, Dreamcast is HD because I use a HD. I use a RGB to HD converter for that. But it gets wonky. It does every once in a while, like say every 50 seconds or so, the screen jitters for about 3 or 4 seconds. Like it's just like it freezes and it kind of jitters. The screen does. The game is still working fine. You can move around, but you don't know where you are because the screen is stuck with a 4-second jitter. And for whatever reasons, I can't get it to work through my capture. But anyway, so I had it on, long story short, I had it on movie setting. Short story should be short because I don't really have a long story for it. But I had it on movie setting. And I'm like, ooh, looks kind of blurry. Looks kind of bland color wise. And I realized, oh yeah, I'm still, because I was playing PS2 earlier, I'm still on that preset. Different presets, Stitch. I'm still on my SD console preset video or view. And I'm like, oh, that's why. And I go to Vivid. I'm like, whoa. And it looks great. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing I can say. I mean, it's a beautiful looking game, which is great. And, the art style, is one that attributes itself well to the visuals. So, because for me, Animal Crossing has always looked really good, except for Wild World on DS. Because the DS, is basically what Nintendo games would have looked like on a PS1. So it has that kind of not really wobble texture that the PS1 is known for, but it has like the real kind of pixely textures. And so like a game like Mario 64 DS, you can really tell, like it looks like a PlayStation game. It looks like you're playing Mario 64 in a PlayStation. And it's not, it's not terrible or anything, but I notice it, something you notice. And that's one of the reasons Wild World isn't my favorite, among other things, but certainly. And even City Folk, while visually better, gameplay wise, is very much Wild World console version. So, I mean, I still liked it, but obviously when we got the new Leaf, it was, greatness again. So yeah, I'm enjoying it. I'm sure you guys are, those of you who are playing it. It's good to have a new first party Nintendo game. I mean, it wasn't that long ago. We're talking October, basically November with Luigi's Mansion 3. So, and then it's getting DLC, or it's gotten DLC, right? Is it out yet? I can't remember. But anyway, it's very cool. I'm enjoying it. I kind of want to go back. Maybe I don't want to start over though, but I named my island New Hyven, and Hyven is a planet from a book I'm writing that I've been writing for like 20 years, and I'll be finished with it this year for sure, and it'll be out hopefully in 2021. Come hell or high water. But I named it New Hyven, but I was like, I kind of wanted to name it a town from my book. I wanted to name it Netopia, Netopia. But New Hyven is cool. I think that's cool. Nobody's going to know unless you just heard what I just said. So Um, Visor Grunt, LOL. I've never been into Animal Crossing, so I'm still waiting for my new first party Nintendo game. Yeah, I was about to get to that because I know a lot of you guys. Even though Animal Crossing sells like really, really well, and it has pretty much since. Well, the first one did well, especially for GameCube. I don't remember exactly. I think it was around 5 million. Was it that many? Maybe closer to 3. But it was well received, well critiqued, and it started to blow up on the DS. The DS one did pretty well, and then I want to say City Folk also did well, not as good as it probably should have done for Wii, but it did pretty well. And then obviously New Leaf, it blew up. So Stitch, I named mine Crayon. Cool. That's cool. But yeah, but there's, even though it's a huge selling franchise, I said this before, it's the most niche huge franchise because it's a genre that that's not, what do you call it, universal. Like everybody is about that life, and literally that life. It's, because it's kind of life simulator-ish. You have to build things, you craft things, your living space. There's no combat, there's nothing like that. No conflict really, other than like having to pay off your loans and that kind of stuff and dealing with Nook. But it's a laid back kind of experience. And most gamers aren't about that, but there are enough gamers that are about it that if it's really good, it will sell really well. And that's what happens with Animal Crossing. And obviously the charm of the game, all that stuff also weighs into it. So it sells really well, but there's still way more people who don't play Animal Crossing or games like it. So, those Nintendo fans out there, like poor Visor, are still waiting for the big first party title. And you're probably going to be waiting a while because, the next one, my guess will be Xenoblade Chronicles Remaster, which it's a remaster, So if you're like me, for that game, I already bought that game. How many times have I bought that game? 2 times, right? Because I bought the Wii version pretty much day one when it came out. And I bought the 3DS version only because I was so curious as to how they fit that game on a 3DS. And, visually, it takes a hit for sure. But I think, the funny thing is that the 3DS has more RAM in it than the Wii has. So I think that's how they compensate for it. Book sounds dope. Talking about my book, Cloudy, or the idea of me writing a book, or did I say what it was about? I don't know if I did, but what was I talking about? So there's, even if that's the next first party title, it's still a remaster. So how excited can you really be about that? Like, it looks, it looks improved. It's not blowing me away. It's not like it's a remake, something that was like ground up on the Switch. That would be more of a like wow factor thing, but it's a remaster, So no froggy chair in Animal Crossing New Horizons. Are you sure? What's up, Jose? Is that something that's confirmed? Have you played it long enough to find that out, or have you just know that already? Could be waiting till June for a new first party, says Rock. Yeah, first party game, but I'm fine for now because I still got a bunch of games from last year. Yeah, me too. So, it's not like I need a new game to play. I think that's the misconception that a lot of people are saying about people like myself who say, "Whoa, what's going on, Nintendo? Where are the games?" I'm not necessarily talking about a game to play right now. I just would like to see a forecast. You know, that's a normal thing for somebody to want a forecast. When I prepare myself for the week, especially for work or something like that, um, I go on to the weathercast, and I see what the week's going to look like for commuting and whatnot, and having to deal with my kids or whatever, and how they're going to be because they walk sometimes and whatnot. So, forecast. There's nothing wrong with having a forecast. We've had forecasts from Nintendo before. We're just in this weird limbo state right now. Oh, the game leaked 3 days earlier. I knew about that, and people looked into the files. Okay, so that's how you know. All right. Yeah, well, that sucks. But hopefully, they replace it with something better or something cool. Because that's what happens. Sometimes they take stuff away that we like, and it gets replaced with something else, another idea. So, just the idea, says your American Gamer. Just the idea is dope. Mizzah Tee Adventures. No, but it is if you want to know what type of book it is, if you read, I think it would be something that you like, especially as a Nintendo fan, because it's influenced by my Nintendo gamer in me. So it is a science fiction fantasy adventure set. What is it? 200 years in the future. So really technical and all that cool stuff. All the cool stuff that I like. What I like to somewhat refer to it as, because this is not the best description of it, but this is like a quick, if I wanted to get somebody to quickly kind of understand what it is Lord of the Rings meets and I mean Lord of the Rings, just the fantasy part of it, to some extent, meets Star Wars. So it's futuristic, but it has like a fantasy element to it as well, So Cloudy Mine, I got the Wii version on my Wii U. Okay, yeah, they did have to where you can download it digitally. I thought so. I wasn't sure, but I never bought that one because I already had it physically, so I didn't see a reason to do that for myself. But a lot of people didn't get the game. They never got a chance to even play that game because it was so limited in quantities. Talking about Xenoblade Chronicles, and that was for some people that was the first time they played it was on Wii U digitally. So because the game was limited and then it was like super expensive for a while. I don't know if it still is. I haven't really looked. But it was like super expensive. Then GameStop was doing some shady stuff. Like they had new copies of it, and they would open them up and sell them used. Just shady. That company's shady as hell. And some people say, "Oh, you're gonna miss it when it's gone." I'm not. I've been buying my games from Walmart for about a year, and I've had no problem doing that. And I get $10 off. So my copy of Animal Crossing cost me $50, where at GameStop it would have been $60. So I'm cool with that. I don't get anything out of GameStop. At this point, they need to change as a company for me to care. But yeah, so I hope if you guys knew that it was a thing. And Walmart's been doing that for a while. $10 off. Sometimes it's not quite 10. Sometimes it's like 8, 7 something ish. But most of the time, $10 off. So every game that comes out day one is $10 off. Danny Alfonso, I might come back Splatoon style. Let's see. Visor You're saying, well, I play a lot of Paladins. I'm trying, like, I want to get into Paladins because I played it for a little, not a little, a few hours when it came on Switch. I downloaded, played it, had a good time with it. But there was a lot of other games going on at the time, so I kind of left it and never got back into it. But I want to get back into it. I play a lot of Paladins, so I bet that studio appreciates that Nintendo isn't releasing anything to compete with my playtime. That is true. Because that is the fear of these third parties, right? Is that they can't compete on Nintendo consoles, even though there's plenty of time throughout the year that you can put games out when Nintendo isn't. Let's see. Stitched. Hell yeah. I've been buying all mine from Walmart since sometime last year when my gamer club ran out. Yeah, it was perfect. It was a nice transition from your gamer club, if yours ran out last year, like a lot of people's, right into Walmart and getting basically that same discount, if not more. So that is great. Stitched. Only reason I got to GameStop is to check the Wii and Wii U games at this point. Yeah, and that's one thing that they do have that you can't get from Walmart, is older titles from older consoles. But there are a lot of really good mom and pop retro stores out there. I know they're not everywhere, so but a lot of them are online and they sell through eBay and Amazon. So there are a lot of options for buying older games outside of GameStop. But I do like being able to physically walk in. I talked about that with Blockbuster, being able to physically walk in there and just go through it. That is a fun thing for me to do. So I will miss that part of it. And hopefully they'll get their stuff together and I won't have to have animosity towards them. But there've been, I don't know if you know what happened lately, or the latest thing is that, they obviously can't lose money this right now. And with the pandemic going on, they don't want to, they're actually doing better at right now because a lot of people are buying and playing games because they can't work and whatnot, or their work is limited. So they've been telling their employees, what's up, Jarion? They've been telling their employees to, continue to be open and function, even in some places where the government is saying, no, don't do that. And they've been sending out these newsletters for the employees to present to the cops when the cops say you have to close. No, we have permission from our from our boss. Well, this is the government saying you have to close. There's a pandemic going on. So that's a bad situation to put, an employee into. It's just kind of messed up. So that's a issue I have with them. That's another issue. I've had plenty of others where, you go to pick up your game that's you pre-ordered and it's open. And I'm like, this is not new. It's open. No, well, we open them to put them into these, what do you call them? The sleeves behind the counter. So that way we have a way to display it without actually having to put it out there. Well, that's your problem. Get some display materials. My pre-order should not be used as your display material. Talk to Nintendo and tell them to get you some empty boxes and not use my damn game for you to display. It's crazy. It's crazy what they do. So what happened here? Stitched, your comment got withheld. Let me click show it. All right. I hate that shit. They put those stickers all over them that are almost impossible to. Yes. You have to sit there. I use hydrogen peroxide and whatnot to weaken that glue, whatever the kind of glue they use on their stickers, man. It's insane. because I'm a stickler for that too. I hate having, certain stickers. If I buy a used game, I don't mind it as much because that's history. It's kind of like, well, I don't mind keeping that or taking that or having that sticker on there that says EB Games or whatever, because that's part of history for me. So I don't even try to take those off. But if I'm buying a new game and you opened it up, took the plastic off, and then you stuck a sticker onto the actual, cover, that's infuriating. And because I can't go to you, I can't come to GameStop and return or sell you a game. Oh no, it's new. I opened it, but it's new. No, I can't do that. So why should you be able to do that to me as a consumer? That's just messed up. So I hate that. I hate it. So does Stitched. We both hate it. Did I say what's up to you, Jarian? I think so. If I didn't, what's up? Yeah, I hate that stuff. But what was Animal Crossing. But yeah, I totally understand. I know there are a lot of Nintendo fans out there that are still waiting because Animal Crossing is not their thing. And it'd be one thing if we got a bunch of third-party games, because other consoles are getting third-party games. It'd be nice if Nintendo got some of those too, because it's good for Nintendo fans to also play those. So it's kind of skewed on Nintendo because people complain that, well, we don't, Nintendo fans don't buy their games, but we don't see them. We don't see them until it's too late, or way after you put it out on other consoles that we also have. A lot of Nintendo fans don't just have a Nintendo console, contrary to that belief. We also have other consoles, and sometimes we'll buy that game on the other console because it's there. It's not on my Nintendo console yet. So what am I supposed to do? I mean, you can wait. And I do that. I actually do wait because I have enough to play to where I can wait for some things. Outer Worlds is one thing I waited on. I was waiting on Outer Worlds, and then they said it was only going to be digital. And I was like, oh, not waiting on that anymore. And it was kind of an uproar. And it got back to the company and like, all right, we're going to delay it a little longer. And then we're going to put it on the cartridge. So see what happened there? People voice their opinion about something, and a reaction, and you get an action. People didn't like the fact that it was going to be digital, and that's all you saw on the trailer. I don't know if it was Nintendo's trailer or whatnot, or the company itself. But is it Obsidian? I can't remember the name. That's all you saw on that trailer, that for the the new release for Switch or whatever. Whereas people saying, "Oh, cool, but I really wanted it physical, so no buy for me." And it was like a lot of people in that comment section saying, "Nope, no buy, no buy. I'm not going to buy it now. I don't want a digital copy. You want me to get a digital copy and the quote unquote lesser version much later for full price. If you want me to throw you a bone, you got to throw me one. Like if I'm going to sit and wait and buy your game full retail price when at the time it might be half that price on other consoles, and you're going to force me to buy it digitally for full price? Nah, that ain't gonna work, Chief. And so people voice that opinion either through those comments and the downvoting, or probably direct feedback to that company, and they were like, nah, you messed up. And so now that they're fixing that, I'm going to wait a little longer and I'm going to get Outer Worlds on Switch. But I'm saying, like, is that something that if it came out earlier this year, I think a lot of Nintendo fans could have bought that, got into it. And that would have helped, obviously, third-party sales numbers on Switch, but it would have helped quell some people over, like Visor. I don't know if you played that or not, Visor, on another console, but knowing you, like, I don't know you, but your taste, I think that's a game that you might like. So that's a game that you could end up buying instead of sitting around waiting And obviously the cancellations, all the stuff that's going on now because of pandemic we got. That's also adding to the anxiety and the unsureness. That's not a word. I just made that up. The uncertainty. That's also adding to all of that. So, a lot of people are like, "Hey, where the game's at?" And again, like I said, it's not about I need you Nintendo to put out a game right now for me. I don't necessarily need that, but I like to forecast. I'd like to know what's coming this year so I can plan and be happy for it. Because I got other major purchases I'm going to be getting this year. I'm going to be upgrading my television. I'm going to be upgrading my computer, my laptop. So if I knew, what I'm going to be buying on the gaming side, and I'm getting an Xbox Series X, I don't know how much that costs. That's causing anxiety as well. Like I'd like to know soon so I can plan for that purchase. I'm sure it's going to be hundreds of dollars. And I can figure out what to do with my current Xbox. If I can sell it off earlier, I'm sure I'll make more money. I'll get more money out of it selling it off earlier than later. So that's why people want to know. I know good games are coming, but it'd be nice to know what that is. We're deep enough into the year to where we should have an idea of where we're going, or at least what we'll have by September, October. And then you can save your whatever, hopefully it's like Breath of the Wild 2. That'd be great. Or surprise me with Mario Odyssey 2. You'd be gods if you did that. Or one of the legacy titles, like I said, a Punch Out or a Wave Race or a F-Zero, something like that. Star Fox. Let me know you're working on that. That'd be great as well. My hope was that Retro Studios would work on the next Star Fox, but Bandai Namco botched Metroid Prime so bad that Retro had to step in. So hopefully somebody's working on the next Star Fox, because that game series needs to continue. I was also playing GameCube, not today, yesterday, and playing Star Fox Assault. And I'm like, this is a really good game. This is the direction Star Fox should have continued in. This kind of epic storyline adventure where the mechanic of being able to go run around on foot, jump into a landmaster, jump out of the landmaster, run around on foot some more, jump into your R-Wing and fly up and fight. Like, that's where Star Fox should be going. That's why I said I like Starlink and that freedom, because Star Fox needs that as well. They need to take Star Fox more seriously, story-wise, which they did for Assault. Like there was a meaty story in Assault, and Star Fox needs that. Because, even if you look back to Star Fox 64, you beat that game, and what happens at the end? They have a medal ceremony straight out of Star Wars, New Hope. That's where it comes from. So that game is obviously, taking epicness cues from that movie and other things. Miyamoto is a big fan of Thunderbirds, that old puppet series from the 60s. And so there's a lot of that tropes. That's why you have like when they talk all fast looking and whatnot. That's a kind of homage to the puppetry show. So yeah, it'd be great, especially with the epic sales of a what happened? The epic sales. You hear that? You guys hear that? That's my Pro controller, because I have a Wii U Pro controller, I should say. I have my. Let me look here. What's going on? I have my oh, it's not going to work. I have my Pro controller, my Wii U Pro controller, synced with my Switch, and you just got to buy this little dongle for like $15. And you too. I don't know what just happened. And you too can use any Bluetooth type of controller. This controller you can use, which I do, or this controller, the PS5 or PS5, PS4 controller. I think Xbox One as well. So I learned something. Speaking of Xbox One, I learned something about the new Xbox One controller, the Series X controller, not Xbox One, the Series X controller. That really annoys me. And this control annoyed me about this controller. This. You can see that. Yeah, see those AA batteries in there? The new Series X controller is going to continue with AA batteries. Even Nintendo has got this right. With the Wii U. 80 hours, by the way. I don't remember the last time I charged this thing. And I use it all the time now because my son basically took over my Pro Controller for Switch, playing damn Fortnite. And I was like, all right, you keep that, because he was wearing the damn the thumbsticks out. He was wearing them out. And I'm like, oh, I don't get enough wear on I have two Wii U Pro controllers, a black one and a white one. I'll just get the dongle and use this. I really love this controller anyway. And anytime I need to use NFC, because that's the only thing this is missing, and HD rumble, but you don't really feel HD rumble in the Pro Controller, Switch Pro Controller. Anyway, you feel it mostly in the Joy-Cons. That's the best way to feel HD rumble. So that's what, LOL Knox get with the program. What am I missing? Oh, Xbox. Oh, I think you're trying to say Xbox. Yeah, it's crazy. Like, you've had, what do you call them? The elite controls, all this stuff happen, and you're still using AA's. Like, it doesn't annoy me as much as it could, because I do have, these are rechargeables, and I have rechargeable AA's. I have, the little charge box, and I have 6 AA rechargeables, and it's mainly because of this thing, and my Wii U or my Wii. I use AA rechargeables and my Wii remote as well, because a lot of those battery packs you bought for Wii back in the day, they were trash. Maybe you got 2 hours out of them, and they dissipated usage very quickly. So, but yeah, like, I can't believe they're still, the controller looks pretty good. It's less angular than this one. I like Xbox One controller, but I feel like it's got too many like angular edges, especially like here. So it doesn't feel as good as this beautiful rounded edge here in your hands. It just feels a lot more comfy. So they seem to have fixed that, and it's more rounded now. But I can't believe they're still using AA's. And I mean, I know why they do it, but of all the expenses that you don't spare, I mean, it probably saves them a good penny, because having rechargeable batteries built in, that is a cost to your controller, your system. If you're talking about a handheld like Switch, obviously, but Switch, you have to have it. You can't put AA's in a damn Switch, or expect somebody to put 6 or 7 AA batteries in every day to their Switch. So certain devices really have to have it. And technically this doesn't, because you have a cable that this comes with, and you're at home with this. So, but it's still kind of like, come on, man. Like, I can't even remember if I don't think it did. The Elite controller, it probably still had AA batteries. And if it didn't, it probably would have cost $200. But there is one that's like close to $200 in there. But anyway, it's nonsense to me that they're using double A's when this beautiful thing here runs for 80 hours. 80 hours on per charge. And I used to use my gamepad a lot, except for certain games. So I've barely put wear on these things, especially my white one, because I use the black one all the time. And so glossy. That's the only problem. Glossy and spotty. To clean these things all the time. But yeah, this is insane. And it wasn't even that expensive. And it does or doesn't have NFC for Wii U. And that's the only thing that's missing for Switch is NFC. Has Rumble, has all of your buttons you need, have everything, but just doesn't have NFC, which I don't need for most games. And if I do need NFC, I can just pull up my Joy-Con and do that. So it's a great thing to have. That's one thing I really do like about Switch is the versatility of using controllers from other consoles. Now, obviously, Wii U had mad versatility going back to Wii and using all of its controllers. But to be able to use controllers from competing companies, it didn't do that. So that's pretty cool. Jarion, crazy because the newest X Elite controller has a rechargeable. Oh, so it does. I didn't know. That's what I was asking. So the Elite has a rechargeable, the newest one. I don't think the other one did. But yet the retail regular controller that your Series X is going to come with has AA batteries, like in 2020. And I know there is some issue as far as like environment when it comes to rechargeable batteries, as far as storing them and or disposing of them. Supposedly they're worse. I've heard that, but I haven't really looked into it. But can they really be worse? Because this is something I use for years. Like these rechargeables I've had for 5 years plus. And they still work pretty well. They still hold a charge pretty well. As opposed to me buying new batteries every week for a controller. Isn't that going to be worse as far as like, what do you call it? As far as like disposing and the garbage that it accumulates, wouldn't that be a bigger impact? I don't know. Seems like it would be to me. So, but yeah, so hopefully soon, supposedly next week, we're supposed to have a direct because the indie thing, because there was a rumor about an indie direct and then a regular direct coming the week after. And so the indie direct thing was true. This is before we knew about the direct indie world. And so maybe next week we do actually get a full-on direct. You know what the thing I'm going to hate about it, the direct, and I'm not going to be able to enjoy it as much, is the nanny boo-booers. I would like to call those guys who are going to be like, there's your direct. Can you shut up now? Are you happy? Like these unpaid Nintendo ninjas. You know what I'm saying? Like that get personally offended because you have something negative to say or something that they feel like steals their joy when it comes to Nintendo. So I'm going to tell you right now, that's what they're going to do. You heard it here first. As soon as we get a direct, or we get a direct announced, or both, so we get a direct announced and we have it, you're going to have those nanny boo-boers, those unpaid Nintendo ninjas running around saying, there Here's your direct. Can you shut up now? Are you happy now? Me, 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 me. And that's gonna be a thing. It's gonna get on my nerves. LOL, unpaid Nintendo ninja, unpaid ninjas. Yeah, it'd be one thing if you're getting paid to do PR. And I'm talking about the guys that go really in and say, well, Nintendo wants to do this and they're trying to do that and this and this and that. And they're pulling that completely out of their backsides because they have no idea, just like we don't know what's going on and what they're trying to do. It's annoying. We shouldn't be like that. We should, and I really, really don't like, because I went through the wars, like the real full on YouTube fanboy wars. I really don't like speaking ill of Nintendo fans. I don't like to do it. And I'm really soft about doing it. If you think I'm harsh, I'm not. I can go way harder into it, but I hold back. I'm like Superman fighting Batman. I hold my punches. I don't go as hard as I can go, because some of these dudes deserve a straight up spanking. And they might get it if they keep pushing me with this nonsense. But I don't like to do it. I rarely straight up where I've straight up made a video making fun of a certain portion of Nintendo fans. Like, that is rare. Like when I used to really go in and do videos like that, what do I have? 2 videos? And that was enough for some people, but it's funny because a lot of the people that are mad at me now, they loved those videos when I went after those, that section of Nintendo fans that was, complaining about this or that during the Wii U era. I had my own nuanced issues with them that weren't the same as what these guys. These guys were like Puritans, purists, didn't want to hear anything. I had my own separate nuanced issue, but I got lumped in with the extremist crazies, the unpaid ninjas, when I would critique them. And I didn't like that, because I felt like I had legitimate arguments, but it got mashed in with the quote unquote Wii U weirdos stuff. I got mashed in with those guys, but hopefully now you can see that, I'm clearly not on that level. So Jerry says, come on, let them have it. They might get it. They might get it. I get no joy out of it. Like, I don't like doing it, but it's like spanking my kids. Like, you're not supposed to do that, and I don't. And, but kids will get to a certain point, and I don't like straight out go crazy spank them or whatever. Like, pop a hand and whatnot here and there. And that, it literally hurts me more to do it. It hurts me more than it hurts them, because I don't like to do that. So it's just, I don't, and that seems like I'm talking down to him, because I just compared him to spanking my kid. And I don't have to spank my kids. Like, I can twice maybe, and that I've spanked them, and it was really like egregious things, like my son and daughter. I don't know why I'm telling you this, but I wanted you to know I'm not a spanker. They were playing outside and they just disappeared one day. They just disappeared, and they were down the street, like on the next block, inside some kid's house that I didn't know, and that's a spankable offense. Like that's, yeah, that, and then here's the kicker, was that my son was walking back and he had left his little sister. So, I mean, come on. There's only so much talking you can do. You have to know. They have to know at some point. They've crossed a really, they've crossed a really crazy line. There's too many crazies out there. And we were outside, me and my wife were outside screaming our heads off. had neighbors and whatnot helping us walk around. Anxiety. I don't even want to talk about that anymore. But anyway, I don't like to do it. I don't like, there was this, I think it's politics. There's this rule, or there was this rule on the Republican side where it's like, don't speak ill of fellow Republicans. Like that's something you're not supposed to do. Even when you're like going to debates and you're going up against them, you can present your thing, but that's changed now. Like that's, I think that changed in like 2015, 2016. But for me, that's a personal rule because I'm trying to further us as a group. And I want you to come along with me and not be upset. So if you're just doing this all the time, you're not going to get the people you want to listen to you. And so I try to be more cordial. And I don't like to speak ill of fellow Nintendo fans because we've had it. We get it from all sides. Like we get it from the Sony dudes. We definitely get it from the PC side. Although PC dudes have seemed to adopt the Switch, so that's good. But we got it from Microsoft guys for forever, Sony guys, and they were all coming at us while they were coming at each other, and we were down here getting kicked in, with our 14 or not even our 13 million Wii U consoles sold, and no third party and all that, we used to, when we got it bad, especially on these YouTube streets. So that's another reason. Amen. This ain't Animal Crossing. What are you talking about, Cornelius? Are you talking about my topic? It's supposed to be on Animal Crossing. I've done that. Have you just joined? We talked about Animal Crossing in the beginning. You can scroll back. Not yet. Stay live. But here we talked about if that's what you're talking about. We touched Animal Crossing. But let's move along a little bit here. Bored AF. And I'm sure a lot of you are. There's only we're all gamers here, so we have a pastime that we can escape into when the world gets crazy outside. That's one of the great things about. I thought you were streaming it. Oh no, I'm not streaming it. I mean, that's cool for some people, but streaming Animal Crossing to me is just like, why? Like, are you excited to watch me grind in Animal Crossing and do little tasks here and there? Like, is that exciting for you? I can't see how somebody would want to watch it, so I'm not motivated to want to do that. Terminator Juice, what's up? Just played Doom Eternal for about an hour, and it was worth the wait. Nice. I'm gonna have to wait a little longer on Doom Eternal. I was gonna get it now, but we got to be smarter with our finances at this point. So I'm gonna hold off a little bit. Can I afford it? Yes. Should I afford it? No. We do. There's a lot of uncertainty, like I was saying, out there, so we don't know. People watch Minecraft stream. Yeah, that's true. They do, and I don't get that either. I'm a person who I understand people's streaming and understand people's watching streams more than I used to. Before, I completely didn't understand why somebody would want to watch me play a game when they could be playing it. Like it just didn't make sense to me. I did not understand it until I actually started doing it. And then I was like, oh, you're not here just to watch me play. You're here for my personality, me being a goofball or whatever, or just, enjoying the game and enjoying people talking about it, the whole community thing. So I get it now. But I still don't get it for games like Minecraft and Animal Crossing. Trying to figure out what I'm missing, but I can't. I don't know. Juice says it's boring to play. Shut up, Juice. It's boring to play. Animal Crossing would be boring as hell to watch. This Juice. Yeah, to me, it would be. I would, even as an Animal Crossing fan, I wouldn't want to watch somebody else play Animal Crossing. But there are a lot of people that do, that would. Sometimes it's a situation of living vicariously through other people. Maybe you can't afford the game, maybe you want to be a part of the community and whatnot. And you live vicariously through your favorite streamer, or you just like your favorite streamer. He's funny to you and you have a good time watching his streams, and, you're kicking it in the chat and it's fun. So I get that part. Subjective. Yeah. Subjective on it being boring to watch. Yeah. I mean, it's all subjective. Obviously, I'm saying I don't get it, but I know a lot of people like to do it. So for me, it would be boring. And I'm probably never going to do it. I rarely watch people play games I like. So I wouldn't watch people play Minecraft if I don't play it, because I don't care for Minecraft. Not that I hate it, because I play it every once in a while because my kids force me to. But Animal Crossing, I do like the game, but I would rather be playing it instead of watching somebody else play it. Because it's definitely a game you play. Like, I don't really understand anybody who would watch somebody play an RPG even, because you're getting the story, but you're getting it through like a lens of people talking over it, so you can't really get into it that way. And it's a slow kind of burn. Like, Animal Crossing is a slow burn. Things happen over long periods of time in that game. Yeah, you can, obviously there's stuff you can still do, and things are new and you're progressing. But overall, as a game, it takes time to go through things. And people, like I said, like you're saying, it's subjective. A lot of people just, they like it. So I can't hate on that. Cornelius, too busy to play. Yeah. I'm At least somebody's out there busy, because what's going on right now is making a lot of people way less busy and making the pockets a lot lighter. So I'll play Minecraft on the Series X with those ray tracings. I mean, it does look good. I'll give it that, but that's not going to be enough to make me want to play Minecraft. I know you're joking. So, Visor Grunt, Yo T, have you heard? Apparently, Nintendo accounts have been hacked, and people are warning to unlink your PayPal. If you have it linked. Oh, really? Is mine linked? Because I usually don't. I got to go check, but I usually don't do that. I usually link like a prepaid card. That's what I usually do online, because I don't trust anybody. So that's crazy. I hope that's not true. Cornelius says, that's me, I guess. I used to go to my homeboy's house to watch him play RPGs. Okay. Like I said, people do it. I don't personally understand, but that's different though. That's like, you're there, and you're like, you're in the room. So any noise or whatever, that's all in the room. But if you're watching a stream, a guy, depending on who your streamer is, you're babbling on about whatever. And there's people in the chat, so that thing's scrolling, and those all could be stuff that's taking you out of it. And me personally, I don't want to watch somebody else watch a movie. So, because I want to be in that moment, in that dark room, and going through it the way the director intends. So I don't know. Different strokes for different folks. I'm not hating on anything. So if you can do that, more power to you. Like, that's just not something I can do. Let's see. Stitch, my buddy and his account hacked, and they spent 200 on Fortnite V-Bucks. What? Wow. Hold on. Let me check my account here. Live on air, checking my account. Fun stuff. Like I said, I usually use a prepaid card for these things. So let me. All right, PayPal. It's slow. It's a slow app. All right. Balance is good. No crazy charges. Yeah, I'm good. So I don't think it's linked. I don't think my PayPal is linked to my Switch. Is it only PayPal or is it just credit cards in general? Yeah, I wouldn't link my PayPal because that's like an extra step. So I wouldn't have done it anyway. But yeah, that sucks. Hopefully they can get their money back. You just deleted your credit card and Switch. I'm about to do that too, just in case, because even my prepaid card. That's awesome. Uh-oh. Now I pulled my Switch out of the dock, and so my Wii U Pro controller is searching because the USB isn't hooked up anymore. So it's searching, and it does this. You have to turn it off. Power. A group of guys. Cornelius says a group of guys watch a movie and they rip it to shreds the entire time. The acting, music, choices, plotting. Yeah, I mean, I watched that, but it's not the whole movie. You're watching snippets. I watch Red Letter Media, and they do that, and they're hilarious. But it's movies that I would never watch anyway. But I'm getting entertainment out of a movie that I would never watch because of what they're doing. So I get that. Now, if it's a game you're never going to play, and you were sitting there watching somebody play it, taking a dump on it, and that's fun, I totally get that. I would watch that. But it's a game. If it's a game I plan on playing, that's a way of it's being spoiled. So when I actually go back to play it myself, it's not going to be as cool for me. Again, for me, I'm not knocking anybody who does it, but for me, it doesn't work. So let's see. Did you know that Saints Row 4 was coming to Switch next week? I forgot it was next week. I thought it was mid-April, but no. Will I buy it? That's another question. I don't know. Don't know. Again, that's another one of those games. But it's THQ, and THQ is really frugal, I think, and they know what's going to work for them or not. So I don't think that's going to be a big. If that game doesn't sell crazy, it's not going to affect them. All right, so let me go to. I'm doing this live on air. I'm going to disconnect my stuff too. I might have done that already because I don't usually save because you can save your card. Let me check. I don't think my card is saved. I just don't do that kind of stuff because I don't trust anybody. Let's see. Can you figure out my password by listening to the clicks? Probably can't hear it anyway. All right, are we in? Yeah, we're in. All right. I'm going to go to my account. Oh, my card is here. Oh, but it's a prepaid, and not a whole lot you can get off of that because I keep it at a certain amount, and when I'm ready to use it, I dump money into it. And I don't buy a ton of digital games, but I'm going to go ahead and delete it anyway. Done. All right. So no issues. Wait, is it done? All right, done. All right. Thanks for that heads up. I don't need those issues. I don't need nobody stealing my money, especially at this point in time in our history or in our lives. A lot of people are on strained income right now. So certainly don't need some pricks running around stealing people's money, especially to buy V-Bucks and freaking Fortnite trash. Did Are you saying gotcha? You got my account password, Cornelius. Let's see. Did you? Yeah, I read that already. I just seen it on the eShop. What did you see on the eShop? Oh, Saints Row 4. Okay. Yeah, that's another thing. I was on the eShop yesterday, and I went into what do you call it? Coming soon, and it's just sad. Like outside of like No More Heroes 3, like there should be better. It should be cooler coming soon stuff. And I know, I feel like there was a couple other games that only had 2020 next to them. Well, No More Heroes 3 had 2020, didn't have a month or anything like that as well. But there was another game. Was it Xenoblade Chronicles? I think it was Xenoblade Chronicles Remastered coming soon. Also had just 2020. So, and those were the biggest games that were coming soon. And that, come on. You're going to have coming soon. Don't give me a bunch of, what do you call them? What do they call those games? The novels, the motion novel. What do they call? You know what I'm talking about. Stuff I don't care about. Bring your. Oh yeah, who's that? Oh, Visor. Let me read Visor here. I watch LPs or Let's Plays after I've finished, so that I can see how they handled things differently than I did. Yeah, that's cool too. Like, and Let's Plays are different, I think, than like somebody live streaming a game, because then it's more focused. It's not like, somebody not. I just read that. Jamaican Gamer, bring your charisma with life experiences, and people watch you scratch your butt or your wife's butt for hours. Yeah, I mean that's another thing. It's voyeurism. It's not always about video games or whatever they're streaming. It's also about the personality of the person. So you're getting like in-depth stuff. People like stories. Humans, we love stories. So you're getting more out of that, YouTuber you watch than you would out of a regular, normal, kind of produced video. So I get that. But for me, that's, it doesn't do a lot for me. But I know a lot of people, it does. So I get that part of it. Turning to juice. I didn't even know that Saints Row 4 was coming to the Switch. Oh, you didn't even know it was coming at all. Oh yeah, I knew it was coming. I just forgot when, and that's because I'm not overly excited about it. I mean, it's good. I'm glad it's coming, but it's a late port, so it's not something I'm going to get excited about. I'm happy that it's coming. And another thing is, I feel like I'm using this word way too much now, anxiety, but it's like, well, we had issues with Saints Row the Third, frame rates and whatnot. So are you going to be able to alleviate those things? So it's things like that that make me less care about it. I guess that's part of all the third-party support people have been talking about. ... Yeah, you're being funny there for sure. Yeah, it's mead up, LOL. Even sadder when you realize that the coming soon section has been the same for over 3 months. Yeah, because I'd pop in there once in a while, and it hasn't changed. It hasn't changed in 3 months at least, if not longer. So yeah, man. Cornelius, yeah, T, you got to get these quarantined people just sitting in their houses, not doing anything. Yeah, I can see where that's interesting. It's somebody just sitting there, like kind of like what I'm doing right now, but not about video games, just talking about life and how they're bored and talking about stuff. You know, I wouldn't mind doing that more either. That's actually part of what my topic for a little later. Well, actually, let's talk about it now. Why not? I thought about, hey, it would be cool to be a pro streamer. And that sounds laughable. Professional streamer. Because then I could do the things I want to do on this channel. But that entails my TV is so weird. It's just like does what it wants. It just turned itself on. That entails asking people, to support the channel, which I'm not what the word I'm looking for. I'm not the most comfortable with. Because there's a lot of stigma involved with that. And I'm not. For me, I'm not. It wouldn't take a whole lot. It wouldn't take that much. I could probably do it regularly because I do also have my side thing with editing. What? I could probably do it regularly, like for, let's say, we're going to get into numbers. And a lot of these people don't like to talk about numbers, but again, I don't care because if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen, whatever. Like 1,100. Because I would be able to do it for that, I think. And then, you hope to grow from that, obviously. But if I could get that, like, obviously that's a huge ask on Patreon. But if I was pulling that, I wouldn't care about ads. I wouldn't even use them. I mean, it's not like I'm making money on YouTube or anything. But I mean, the only reason I even use ads is because if you didn't, especially at my level on YouTube, if I didn't put ads in my videos, I would get zero traction. Because after whatever happened in the last 2 years, a lot of channels took a dive. And if you're a bigger channel, you can handle it better. But when you're a small channel already, to take a dive like that, as far as viewership goes, I mean, I'm not talking about revenue. I'm talking about like being able to get traction, to get people to subscribe, and for your subscriptions to go up and your views to go up. Obviously, that means your revenue goes up as well. But I rather just have a channel that's where I get a decent amount of people that come here all the time, and we have fun, and I can make cool videos, edited production videos like I used to. And I did it back then, even when I was small, because I was growing. It wasn't astronomical, but it was motivating enough for me to continue making videos where it would take me, 2 or 3 hours to edit a video, if not more, depending on the video. Some of the animated stuff that took me days to edit, because I'm writing scripts and all that, and editing and using animation. So even back then, when I wasn't big or anything, I was still motivated enough by growth. It's like, oh, at least I have an audience and people seem to like what I'm doing. That pushes me. That pushes anybody as a YouTuber. Or you just end up just doing live streams all the time, which I don't like to do. Like I would rather, have a live stream a week, something like that. So we can get more personal and talk about life and whatnot, and get into in depth with games, and because other videos like that, they're just talking at you. Production videos or produced videos is them talking at you, whereas live streams, you're talking with people and you're going back and forth. I'm reading the chat and we're having a conversation. So you need that still. But I would like to do more produced videos, because that's my background. That's where I come from. I'm a filmmaker. That's what I love to do. So, but I'm not going to love to do it if, like I said, I spend 5 hours making a video, and I love it, and I put it on YouTube and it gets 300 views. Like, some people don't understand that. They don't understand. Oh, why do you care about the view? Should just do it for you. Yeah, I'm doing it for me, but I'm also doing it for you. If you're not, and I'm not, speaking to you guys because you're obviously here, but if YouTube is not reacting to it in a good enough way to where I'm like, all right, that worked. That did well. Let me continue to do that. Then, like, what is the point? To spend all that time. I could be playing games. We have a lot of time right now. So the thing I think that will motivate me though is I have a movie channel. I have a video almost ready to go for my movie YouTube channel. And I think that is a better venue for more like creative videos, more like produced videos. But I still want to do it on this channel as well. So supporting me on Patreon, or what do you call it? The joining, what is it called? I don't even know what it's called. I want people to do things and I don't even know what they're called. Becoming a member of the channel, that kind of stuff. It all goes into both of those things. So I don't have like separate for this or separate for that. It's all going to help me produce both channels. So you can watch both things. And on the movie channel, I'm going to be doing like a movie analysis and whatnot in a fun, comical way. And on that channel, you'll see Puppet Tee. And then on this channel, you'll see Mizzah Tee, the action figure. So there's a theme, it's like, and I'm a filmmaker. So on the movie channel, I want to do little shorts, mostly comedy based shorts, to the likes of, if you've been around a while on my channel, like the stuff I used to do here, that was kind of narrative driven videos, not like just parody stuff, but like narrative driven videos, like my Ram Bam kind of satirical stuff. Or I wanted to do like episodes of what I was going to call console wars, and have these action figures and their epic struggle, to prove that their favorite company is the best, and have it like, action style with, animation and explosions and all that cool stuff. So these are the things I want to do. Red and black, red versus black. I want to do red versus black again. I want to do those. I have so many ideas right now. I take notes, but I'm just not motivated to do them when nobody's going to watch it. So, but if people care enough, then I can do it, and the only way I can, and I don't like, because you guys saw me do that rant video. I think most of you guys watched it. The rant video, 30-minute rant about the YouTube, Nintendo gaming community, and how I just don't like where it is. And I don't have anything personal against the people that are quote unquote winning in the on YouTube right now. I don't have anything personal against them. I just don't like the idea of that's being the only stuff that wins on YouTube, where, people were doing skits and it was fun. And it was, there was analysis, but it had like a little, like what Scott DeWaz does. He does analysis and it's comedy based and whatnot. But he can do that because people watch him, that's more of the stuff that I want to see win, and not just kind of bland, people reading the news and just giving their quote unquote analysis on news. Like, it's okay. I don't have a problem with that winning, but if that's the only thing that wins, and maybe one or two, kind of more quirkier channels, then that's lame, So again, it's like, if you care, and you may not, which is fine, enough to want to see that be a thing on YouTube again, then you got to support channels like mine. You gotta show up in the comment section. I mean, I don't know how YouTube works. I don't think Google knows how YouTube works, but you got to do the things that you're doing on the brand flake channels on this channel. But the problem is, I can't do what brand flakes channels do. Like, it's just not in me. So there's just got to be enough people that care about more than rumors, or pretending to like games that they clearly don't like, that they have no history with. But because Animal Crossing is the game right now, you got to pretend that you care. You can pretend that you like it. Like, that's so lame. Like, again, it's not personal, but this is gaming. We're talking about games here. And if you're fronting and frauding, and winning, that's disheartening to people who are genuine and been here a while and feel like we should be winning too. So yeah, it'd be great. And again, pro streaming, I'm not talking about crazy funds here, between YouTube. I'm gonna break it down for you, what I actually earn, because again, a lot of people don't talk about this stuff, because they feel, I don't know, guilty. I have no idea what, but they don't talk about it. This YouTuber I was watching the other day, he actually came out and said, "Hey, I earned $40,000 this month," and I was like, "Oh, that's cool. That's nice, and that's cool of you to share that with people, how much you're actually making." I don't need that for YouTube. I'm good in what I do, so I don't need that to be a presence on YouTube, a bigger presence as far as like a footprint, making videos, making live stream videos like these, and doing produced videos, which is what I really love. So it all depends on support from folks like you. And this is a weird time, a hard time to ask for support, because again, people, there's uncertainty, there's financial uncertainty going on. And so this is probably the worst time. Again, I'm not, I just want to be able to, like, when I complain about something, I'll have enough backing behind me to where I'm not just dismissed. Because I think voices like mine are important in this community. And if you only have a bunch of brand flakes, with a bunch of yes men, everything is awesome followers, then nothing gets done. We get deeper and deeper into this stuff. Years and years ago, I made this video called "Broken Gamers Equals Broken Games," and it got a lot of flack. A lot of people were with me, but there were a lot of people against me. And it was just me talking about, like, people accepting stuff in the gaming community, and we're going to be screwed one day, and it's going to be too late. And I made that video like 5 years ago, and maybe it's too late. Maybe we're in a situation where it's too late, and there's nothing we can do about it. But I'm a optimistic person by nature, and so I hope, people just need to demand better out of what they consume. I mean, you're spending your money. If you're watching a streamer, and you're donating to his channel, you're spending your money. You should feel comfortable, critiquing that person and demanding that when they speak about gaming and whatnot, they're actually on your side. They have your best interest as a consumer, as a gamer in mind, and not the best interest of the companies that they talk about. And that's just getting worse and worse as far as what I see. There's not a lot of people that will just call stuff out, and that's not good. We're going to pay for that, literally pay for that at some point. So this is probably the worst pitch of all time, but yeah, support the Patreon. If you're in gaming groups, Nintendo based especially, tell people to hit me up. Make sure you've subscribed if you haven't. Most of you guys, I know all of you guys in here have. Do all the stuff that YouTube apparently wants you to do, like hit the notification bell and all that. Share videos. It used to be a lot easier on YouTube, because the minute I would like a video, it would pop up in my. I don't know if you can link it like that anymore on Twitter. But I also have to do things too. I have to get my Twitch game up. I have had a Twitch channel forever. But when I'm ready to do something like my PC issues happen. So got to get that together as well. And I've got to show, not just tell you. So I gotta put together some produced videos to say, hey, this is the stuff I want to do. Remember this type of stuff? This is stuff I'd like to do. Support the channel if you want to see more of that. If not, then not. It is how it is. Again, terrible pitch. I'm the worst salesman of all time. Because, like I said, there's a lot of factors into, the world we live in right now. So it's hard to go hard, if you will. But yeah, it would be cool. I think it'd be great. Obviously I'm a little biased in this, but I think voices like mine are great for this community. And wouldn't you rather have an up and coming YouTuber like, oh, I started doing YouTube videos because of Mizzah Tee and not because of brand flakes, because they're going to copy what that guy does. And there's going to be more and more and more of that kind of stuff and not enough of this kind of stuff. Or, the kind of stuff I'm trying to get back to or do new. But I know how it is. I don't know if you guys are fans of Gerard, the completionist. I watched him, and YouTube is just screwed up, and it's obviously that's what it is. It's obviously YouTube is screwed up, and there's only so much viewers can do when they're not getting your videos, or you're not getting features, or you're just not in the rotation as far as YouTube is concerned. You're doing what you've always done. You're doing even more stuff, very nicely produced things like Gerard does, and you're still, not getting where you need to get. So, again, at the end of the day, the fail or the foolproof way, the fail-safe way is Patreon, because YouTube, Google has no control over that. So if you're supporting your favorite streamers or whatever through that, your favorite YouTubers through that, then they're safe. They don't have to deal or have to worry about YouTube views or what kind of crazy policy YouTube's popping. I always said it needs to be a competitor who will step up and get it right at this point, seeing all the bad things and all the mistakes that YouTube has done. Somebody come out with a YouTube-like website, YouTube like channel, and get it right to where, you know, people can strive and get back to where, because YouTube was built up on the individual's guy who just turned his camera on and started talking one day. That's what built YouTube up. They've forgotten it. Google has forgotten that. And now they're on this whole, you know, celebrity channels thing. They're on trying to sell you movie rentals and all kind of corny nonsense. That's their priority now, sadly. And they've forgotten who've gotten them here outside of a couple of, you know, multi-million subscriber channels. They've forgotten that, and that's unfortunate. So let me see what you guys are talking. I've been babbling on for a long time. People come for drama. They stay for the charisma. Cornelius, we got a lot of comments here. I'm going to get through them all. What's that? Money Day, or not Money Day, Music Day YouTube algorithm. Got to get that YouTube algorithm. Month. Okay. All right. Bronze says, I know this sounds slimy, but negativity or potential negativity gets views. YouTube algorithm loves words like suck, terrible, crap in the video titles. Yeah, I mean, I know that. But you can't do, I can't do that every day. I mean, I know that's what it is. You know, I know what people latch onto. And if that's all you can do to get somewhere with, you know, but there are channels out there that aren't like that and they get traction. So they do positive stuff. They talk, you know, they do little parody things and it's fun. And they get traction as well. But I think there are a lot lesser of those. And that's the problem. Let's see. I know I read that already. Cornelius, we about to get that Corona check. Maybe, hopefully, because a lot of people need that. Cornelius, well, look at Sony now. Majority of their games have the same style and format. Yeah, I've been saying that for a while. I mean, not that I'm alone in that. A lot of people are saying it for a while. Their games are third-person, over-the-shoulder action games that have the same kind of look to them, and people love it. It's digital brand flakes. People love that stuff. So maybe it's just too late. Over the shoulder cover shooters, says Cornelius. Yep, exactly. Terminator Juice. Nah, man, we don't need you talking bad about Nintendo all the time. Just play your backlog if you're not happy with Nintendo. Or just pretend everything is awesome and smile and dance for the camera. Dance a jig. Put on your monkey suit and dance. And we'll love you. And that's just mad corny to me. Because I know what I like. And I try to put out there what I like. Because I think a lot of people also like it, but apparently not. Like I can't do. I mean, I know what works. I know what works, but I have a soul, so it's like not possible for me to pretend to like things that I don't like. But some people can do it. Money is something else, man. Some people can do it expertly and pretend, oh man, yeah, I love that game. Oh yeah, I played that game at my friend's house back in '95. I played that. Yeah. I played this one time. I was in the store and that game was coming out and I got to play the demo back in 2007. And I remember it like it was yesterday. So I'm looking forward to this new game, even though I don't own any other games in that series. Some people can just look at the camera straight faced and tell you these things. And if you're being honest, they're full of shit. But people still follow them. I don't know, man. Frauding all the way to the bank. I don't know. Terminator. My last comment was in regards to you saying that your voice is needed in the community. By the way, yeah, I know what you're saying, Juice. I know you, Juice. Yeah. Funny times, man. Strange, funny times we're in right now. So yeah, I mean, that's my terrible, terrible pitch to call you guys to arms. And it's not just you. Like if you know somebody, oh, I'm looking for a Nintendo channel, Nintendo based channel that I might like. Do you know anybody? Boom, put it out there. Put me out there. That's support as well. That's also support. And it's weird because it's like I'm not broke. Like I don't need the funds, but that is a proof of what's the word I'm looking for? Support. I mean, that is a show that you care about the type of stuff I'm doing. To where I don't have to worry about numbers. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't have to worry about 600 people being in here right now. That's a way, and why give Google any money? They don't deserve it. So if I can get around them, through Patreon, that'd be great. But again, like it is what it is. Support the channel if you can. I'm not obligating. You're not obligated to do anything. But if you can, you care enough. Because these are the things that are going to keep, people like me here. Because YouTube is not doing as well. And they're not doing a lot of big guys well. Like I said, Gerard has 1.2 million subscribers. 1.2 million subscribers. And his situation is a little different because he has other people he has to worry about because he has like 20 people and he has an office and whatnot. So, but he grew to the point to where that office and bringing on people made sense. And if YouTube didn't screw everything up, he would still be fine. And a lot of other people strive. If he was just him by himself and that was his setup, but would he have 1.2 million subscribers if he didn't grow the way he did and make the type of videos he did? Probably not. So it's a messed up cycle. So now he's in a situation where he has all these subscribers, but not enough people are watching the videos. And he's stressed out. He's in trouble. He loves doing what he does. I love making YouTube videos too. I love making the produce stuff more. But if I can get a bunch of people to interact with, that's cool as well too, obviously. Because that's more engaging to the audience. So I don't know. I hate to see people like him, YouTubers like him, so because he at least has the subscribers to be doing well. But there is something fundamentally wrong with the programming of this website. And people have speculated. I saw a fantastic video from a guy, I can't remember who he was, talking about Google Plus and how when they pulled Google Plus away, that totally botched YouTube. It totally screwed YouTube up as far as how people were getting viewed and all that stuff. That's why they threw in the whole bell thing. It's a Band-Aid. The notification bell was a Band-Aid for whatever screwed up after they destroyed Google Plus, because Google Plus was tied into everything. If you're a YouTuber, you know that, like, it was tied into everything as far as your interaction with other people, and so You can't just snatch that out and think things are going to stay the same. So they started doing all these band-aids to help channels who got screwed after they got rid of that. And that's what the notification bell is. It is a band-aid. And sometimes it works. We think it works. We're told that it works. But I don't think that works either. I don't think it really works. I think the people who succeed at this point are very lucky. Yeah, there's things you can do, but even that is not guaranteed. There's keywords you can put into your descriptions. There's what's the word I'm looking for? What are they called? Tags. There's certain tags and all that stuff that you can start getting into, getting really good at tagging, and that'll probably help you. But there's no guarantee, and it's frustrating for a channel, again, like I said, like mine, who I wasn't doing crazy numbers, but I was getting like 10, 15, 20 new subscribers a week. That's great. I was super happy with that. It would slow down here and there, but a lot of months I would come out, 50 to 100 new subscribers. That's great. I was super happy with that. And if you go look at my older videos, I was getting, 2,000 views easy. And you would think somebody with 5,000 subscribers would get that. But, a lot of people, a lot of, subscribers, if you've been around a long time on YouTube, a lot of those are dead, dead subscribers, as they call them. Some of those people got new accounts and they go into those now, or they just don't come to YouTube anymore. They don't care. So the account is still there because they never deleted it. So you have a lot of channel, and YouTube has been purging. And that's another thing that's been happening with my channels. They've been purging like my subscribers. And this is how I know it's super wonky. Something is completely wrong. I'll wake up one day, and I've actually shared this with the Juice Crew. Like, I've shown them real time. My video views just jumping up and then jumping all the way down. I watched the video one day. It jumped from 500 views to like 3,000 views, then to 10,000 views, and then down to 900. Like, why is that happening? I'm not doing anything to make that happen. It's in the code of YouTube. Something is wonky and way off. And that's happened to me on multiple videos. And then I'll have a video that'll do, 10,000 views. I haven't had that in a long time, but I've had the video in the past that's done 10,000 views, but it barely has like thumbs ups and comments. So you're like, is that real? Are those real views? And like right now, my channel is sitting at 5,000 subscribers, and it's been sitting there for about 2 weeks now. And three weeks ago, it actually went down to 4,990, so 4,990. Then it jumped back up to 5,000, and it's been sitting there. And you're like, oh, what's wrong with that? What's wrong with that is that I've actually been getting subscribers here and there over the last 2 weeks, but the subscriber count has not moved up. There is something wrong with the code. Something's wrong. Because before I'll get a new subscriber, I got a notification, boom, my count went up 1 subscriber. Doesn't do that anymore. Even when I lose a subscriber, I don't know, because you don't get a notification when you lose somebody. You only get them from when you gain. It's messed up. Something's totally messed up. So it's not all on the viewers. It's not all on the audience. It's not all on the YouTuber. It would be one thing if it was fair and it was still working the way it's supposed to work, but it's not. And unfortunately, that's screwing over a lot of really good channels. Not saying I'm one of them, but that's screwing over a lot of really good high production channels who, because when I was a kid, it was my dream to have my own show, puppet show, like basically what I do or what I was doing on YouTube. And I was happy about that. And the funny thing is that I forgot about that. I forgot that was one of my dreams. And my cousin saw one of my videos and he was like, man, you finally did it. You always wanted to have your own little show. And I'm like, oh, yeah, that's right. When we were younger, that's something I did want to have. And being able to have that was cool and it was fun for a long time, for a long time as far as my YouTube career has gone. But that was fun. I had a show, the Mizzah Tee show, and I don't feel like I have a show anymore. And that's why I even changed the name from Mizzah Tee show to just Mizzah Tee, because it's not a show anymore. I was putting on a show before, and I had show ideas, and I still do. I still have all those show ideas. I don't know if you can see it behind me or not. Probably can't. But in that shelf is like a stack of composition notebooks where I put all my ideas and whatnot. And what's this? Let me get caught up here. Yeah, like I wanted to put on a show. That was my idea. Coming out of film, not coming out of film school. It was a few years after, three or so years after film school. I had this dream of having a show, where I had other people, other film school friends would do segments, and we'd all contribute to this channel. That fell through because, people don't come through on stuff. People don't see the pot of the gold at the end of the rainbow. They want to be at that pot of gold, but they want to start there, but they don't have to work themselves over the rainbow to get there. So I ended up just, okay, I'm going to just do this all myself. And then like, it was in the middle of like the Wii U wars. So I had people attacking me and stuff. And my channel kind of morphed into like attacking back, which was fine. I had no problem doing that. That was fine. And it kind of left my initial thing. And then I did actually start getting into that. If you look at previous videos, and a lot of them got a lot of views. My Sega Saturn video, my mini documentary stuff, my Star Fox retrospective, they have tens of thousands of views, and I don't think I could pull that today. Whereas I had no problem putting a video like that out 3 years ago because I knew it would get enough views to where I would be happy about it. And again, it's not about the revenue; it's about traction. I'm not going to spend that many hours on that video if nobody's going to watch it, or if nobody's going to be able to watch it because they're being screwed out of it because of how YouTube works today. So, it just, I want to get back to having a show, man. I like the idea of putting on a puppet show. I came with new ideas all the time, and they started to work less and less and less. And so I started producing them less and less and less. So it sucks, and, I don't have enough traction right now to say, hey guys, I'm just going to do blah, blah, blah. Come support me and you'll have exclusive rights to video. Like I don't have enough people to where I can, even do something like that, or I even, I don't want to do that. Like I'd rather just make videos, put them out there, have people watch them and enjoy it. That's, it's easier. I'm not the type of dude that can build up this whole streaming, Patreon / what's the thing called? When you're donating and all that, super chat. I'm not into that. Like I can't do all that stuff. I'm the entertainment guy. I'm the guy behind the camera. I would rather just produce my videos, put them out there and people enjoy them. I don't want to build this whole little mini business, to sustain what I'm doing. I'd rather just You know, my wife, she's the business person. I'm the art guy. I want to do the arts, and I'll let her handle the business stuff. You know, I mean, I can do that stuff, and if it's centered around arts, I can do it. But if it's just centered around me babbling, then that's not motivating enough for me. So let me see what you guys are talking here. I've been rambling on. Juice left. All right, Juice, thanks for watching, man. Visor, YouTube has long since been replaced by corporate tube and celeb tube. Yeah, that's where we're at, man. Unfortunately, that's where we're at right now. Retro Death, I've been stuck between 2550 and 2570 literally for 3 years. Yeah, I mean, that's insane. That's not you, Retro. That's something wrong with this website. And it's goddamn bullshit. I feel you, man. UI, I'm not in your description box. I'm not. You're not? I could have sworn I linked all you guys. Or maybe it's just on my main channel, but I thought I linked you all in my descriptions. But I'll fix that. I thought I had you. Let's see. Even Clocked It is in it. He ain't even part of the EU anymore. I gotta go look. You gotta be messing around with me. I don't think that's a thing. Bronze One, you may have officially become part of the crumb side. I wouldn't say that if I didn't think you couldn't hold your own. Crumb side. Does that even exist anymore? Because even the quote unquote crumb side guys did, 1,000, 2,000 views regularly. So I wouldn't even put myself there. And Crumbside also comes along with the stigma of the type of content you make. And I don't think I fall into Crumbside content. So where I may be Crumbside as far as like how many views that I currently get now. But like I said, Crumbside back in the day, those guys got a couple thousand views on the videos, 1,000 to 2,000 views regularly. The last 1,000 view video I had made or I got was, I know it was the Contra one where I made fun of Contra. What is it? Rogue Corpse. I previewed it. I played the demo. That was the last video. That was months ago. And I got 5,000 subscribers. Or I think I do. But yeah. Jarion, that origin story. What origin story? That origin story was dope. Sucks what's been happening to your channel. Thanks, man. It does suck. Retro. Yeah, nobody really crumbs around as much anymore, I feel. Trey, next gen, there is just no more drama anymore. I mean, there is drama. But it's not like it used to be, Crumbside. And that, even then, quote unquote, when I was like going at people, yeah, those videos did okay, but they weren't outperforming my other videos. I have videos that have nothing to do with quote unquote Crumbside that have done way better. Like my highest viewed video is about Wii U. What could have saved it? It's like 100,000 views. I want to say 117,000 views. It has nothing to do with quote unquote Crumbside, and that's my most popular video. If you go look at my popular videos, none of them. Well, as you get further and further down, you eventually get to quote unquote me going back or me going at somebody videos. But most of those top videos where I got 100,000 views, 70,000 views, 30,000 views, they have nothing to do with Crumbside So those aren't even my most popular videos. So when people say, "Oh, drama this, drama that," you got to do that, and that's what's gonna. Not necessarily. That hasn't been the case for me. Because again, my most popular videos, most of them, I would say 85% of them, have nothing to do with me, like uh, doing some kind of getting at somebody who may have said something about me. Has nothing to do with any of that. My most popular videos are about games. I know off the top of my head, the Wii U one, like I said, it's 118,000 views or something like that. The next one under that is me. Uh, there's a horror game coming to Switch, and I kind of talked about that. My God, which one was it? Was it? I can't remember the name of it, but that's like 70,000, and then below that, this is off the top of my head. I think I got 30,000 below that, and that's Sega Saturn, the rise and fall of Sega Saturn or whatever. And then I made like a parody, what do you call it? Video about NX leaks that got like 35,000. So none of this is drama stuff. So, YouTube is just broken now. I mean, that's just what it is. And unless you're like full on like streaming and you got super chats and Patreons and all this stuff going, and you're having like drama filled podcasts, where you have a bunch of people yelling at each other. If you're not doing that, maybe you lucked out. I'm not saying I don't think Scott DeWaz lucked out. His channel is funny. It is a great channel. But I think he lucks out as far as continued success. He hit right at a good time to where when he started elevating. Because I can't see somebody coming in right now and doing well. Anybody know of a new channel that's not a celebrity channel, of a YouTuber especially, that comes in, who's coming within the last year and is doing well? I don't think that person exists. So, and if that's the case, it's only going to get worse on this channel. Or website. It's only going to get worse where people don't do it anymore. I'm not doing that. What's the point? All right. So yeah, nobody really crumbs around anymore. I think I read that. Retro. Effing grannies, empty houses, ducks, etc. The good old days. Jamaican Gamer, Mizzah Tee Show needs your support to show these fools the legacy of gaming. It must have prestige. That means all the likes, some funds, and most of your views and your friends. That would be great. And there's no point in me asking you guys, because you guys are here. Like, you are supporting. So I mean, it's almost like preaching to the choir. Like, what's the point of me telling you guys that? I need traction beyond you guys, because you guys are, everybody in this chat especially are pretty strong viewers of my channel. So it's not you. And that's why I don't like to do this type of stuff, because it's like, well, why am I telling these guys that? They don't need to hear this. Those drone videos is how I found you, and the rest of the crew by association. You are my god. Retro, you're funny, man. Retro's my dog. He's my dog. We got to meet at some point. You got to meet Robert, but we all need to converge at some point. The attack of the drones. Those were fun. I'd love to do those again, and I can think of ways to do them right now. Some of them is going to make Nintendo fans mad, but I do have ideas for other fan bases as well. Like this whole, like what happened with Sony recently, the reveal of PS5. Like that would have been a perfect time for an Attack of the Drones video, for the excuses, that I heard coming out of that video. Oh, it's a GDC, blah, 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 blah. Like that would have been, I would have had a good time. Maybe I still should do that. Maybe I should do that and see what happens. I'm gonna do that and see what happens. I'm gonna work on that this weekend. I'm gonna work on an Attack of the Drones video just because you said it, Retro. See, support. I'm gonna do that. See what happens with that video. You mentioned Visor Grunt. You mentioned early, but when they removed automatic Twitter shares for liked YouTube videos, it screwed everyone. Oh yeah, I didn't really go into finishing that, but yeah, thanks, Visor Grunt. They removed the automatic Twitter shares, and I don't know why they did that, because that was great. Because you're asking me to do an extra step now, to where if I just went in and liked the video from somebody I was watching, and a lot of times there were smaller channels, like my crew. It was way easy to say, hey guys on Twitter, this is what I'm watching. This is a share, boom. But now I have to actually go in, hit share, wait for the page to pop up, and then click send or whatever. That's an extra step. And if you know anybody on YouTube, anybody on the internet, nobody likes extra steps. They like to click and be done with it. It was you did it and you didn't even think about it. You just hit like. You liked the video. That was enough to send it to Twitter. But now they took that away. I don't know why they did it, because YouTube took it away. Twitter didn't care. I was going to say maybe Twitter was bothered by the extra traffic from all these people saying, I like the video from blah, 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 blah. But Twitter wouldn't care. That's more for them. So I don't know why YouTube did it. I think they did it because they didn't want to give Twitter shine. They would, I don't know. I mean, you can still do it. Wait, now it's an extra couple of steps. And so people aren't going to do it. Like I've noticed myself, because now I watch a lot of YouTube on my smart TV. And the thing that sucks about that is that I can hit like to the video, but I can't comment, and I certainly can't share from my smart TV app. And so now if I want to do that, it's really convenient for me to sit and watch YouTube videos on my TV. But now I got to go in, I got to pull my phone out after I've already watched your video, or while I'm watching it, type in the comment, and then type in, and then share it or whatever, because just hitting like isn't enough. And that's just way too many steps now. So it just sucks, It sucks. I mean, that's another thing. Like I do have to sell myself, as Jamaican Gamer is saying. I've never been a good salesman. I wish I was better. I think I'd make a lot more money. Not on talking on YouTube. I'm talking about just in life in general. Because that's where all the money is in this world, my friend. Sales. You got to be able to sell. If you can do that, my wife's good at selling. That's her thing. But I'm not a salesperson. My sales pitch is, look at the work I'm doing. If you like it, then you should come and check me out. That's not a great sales pitch. You got to be, hey man, I'm the greatest. Hey, yo, this channel is the best. You guys know that. Come on, like, share, like, I want to puke in my mouth saying these things. Some people are really good at that. I could be good at that, but it's not true to who I am. Yeah, man. Yo, this is the greatest video. I love this game, man. I've been playing this game for blah, blah, blah years. It's amazing. And you guys really should check this out, man, And I want to give a shout out my sponsor, Raid Shadow Legends. Raid Shadow Legends. This game is great, man. I don't usually play a whole lot of games on my cell phone, but man, Raid Shadow Legends made me pull my cell phone out and start playing. Like, you can build your armies, and it's free, man. You can just get in there, put your army together, and have a great time playing this game on your cell phone. I can't do it. Like, can I join your village? No, man, you got to come join the NFC Fight Club. I started my own fight club. I started it a long time ago. Now I'm going to get serious about the fight club. You need to join the Nintendo Fight Club. Come join. We're going to do some really cool things, man. I'm going to pass out some emojis. Everybody's going to have their own. Everybody's gonna have a custom emoji. I got some cool emojis lined up. Yo, if you join my channel, click join. You know, $2.99 a month, whatever it is, whatever you can do, click and join. I got all these custom emojis that it took me 5 minutes to make. You know, so I really took some time coming up with these emojis. I got Mario, I got Luigi. You guys can use these in the chat. I know that's exciting to you, and we're gonna have a great time. Jamaica's like, you just did it. I did. I know I can do that. But here's the thing. If you watch me, that's stuff that I would put in a what did I call it? What did I call that parody character? See, I don't even remember. Like ThugTuber 78, or what was the other one before that? God, that was, and that video didn't do as well as I hoped it would do. But yeah, I could do that. But what with me, my sarcasm would lead to me making a parody video, not like actually really selling to you what I'm doing and whatnot. You just did. You can have one of those things pop up when people sub. I pity the fool who subs to me. Yeah, that would be great. I pity the fool who subs to me. You crazy for subbing to this channel, fools. You know, have a little voice sample. Do it. I want Mario. Yeah, man. Yo, you guys know that this is the greatest Nintendo gamer channel out there. You know it. I really love you guys. Thank you for everything you do for me. Without you, none of this would be possible. I really appreciate you guys. And I have some really cool shirts. Just go to was it T Squared or what is it? You go there and check out. I got some mugs. I got some really cool shirts and great merch for you guys to pick up and wear a shirt that says Mizzah Tee on it. Like, oh man, like I can't do that now. Like there would be a situation where that would be a thing for me to do, but like right now I'm not big enough to like, because I have some drawings, some Mizzah Tee drawings from my boy who gave me a lot of artwork in the beginning of this channel, and I would love to like put up some t-shirts, of the Mizzah Tee design, and sell them and have them get a nice cut of that because it's his design. It's his logo, or not logo, but drawings, parody drawings of Mr. T. So that would be great, but I'm not on that level. And, some of it's my fault, probably, because when I was popping, I wasn't doing certain things that elevate. Like maybe I just, when I had better views and subs and all that stuff, maybe I should have been starting to transition to that, and I didn't. But a lot of that had to do with the fact that this wasn't and isn't my job, so I didn't have the time to like sit down and really break down that stuff. But you know, maybe I should have made it my job. Maybe it's an excuse that I could hide behind. And it could just be, man, it's just too late now. But I don't want it to be. Like I started my, like I said, I built it. It's ready to go. My movies channel, and I think over there would be a better place for like short films, you know, comedy related stuff outside of video games. But I also still want to do Red versus Black here. I still want to do. I want to bring Attack of the Drones back and do stuff like that. And I want to do Console Wars, the little shorts, Console Wars shorts. So, and I've been buying like action figures and stuff with the idea of having these little shows on the channel. But then it comes time to like, oh, let's write the script and make a video. And I'm not motivated to do it because I'm worried that I spend a whole lot of time on it and no traction. So, but I'm going to have to experiment and get a few videos out there and see just how bad they do. Or maybe they don't. Maybe they do well. Like I bought some a while ago, some Captain Planet figures. Because I have really funny things I'd like to do with Captain Planet. But it's hard to push myself to do it. I got this green screen that's been sitting here for how long, and I barely use it. I bought the time to, you know, to put it up on the wall and attach it and all that stuff. I need to clean it. It's got some spots on it. I don't know what they came from. Because I had the idea of doing, and I still do. Like I have the idea of busting out a news video like twice a week and just get in front of the green screen, busting it out. That's why this green screen's here. I did it because I put it up here, not for streaming, but because I can't really stream because my TV's here. So there's no point having green screen here. It should be behind me. But I had this here so I can do stuff like that. I can get up here and stand up here and do news related videos, but only like twice a week. And, you know, have them snazzy, you know, do my motion graphics thing, make them look real cool. But motivation, like there's tons of news channels. Do I want to really do that? If I do it, I have to do something different. That's how I am. I'm like Miyamoto, man. I can't just do the same thing again. I can't just give you Wave Race again. I can't just give you F-Zero again. I got to do something different with it. If I can't figure out anything different to do with it, then you don't get Wave Race. You don't get F-Zero. That's how it is. So, but like Miyamoto, I have to start experimenting. I have to start doing some Project Giant Robot stuff. And maybe I can pull a Star Fox Guard out or something like that while experimenting. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Fool of the month. Yeah, I've already had, like, I'm going to do that as far as like comment of the week or something like that. I have so many stinking ideas on a weekly basis that I never get around to doing. Retro, a big part of making it in the YouTube community is just selling out. Some of us can't do that. Selling out on your preferences, selling out to Raid Shadow Legends. And then so many freaking videos with Raid Shadow, sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends. It's like we already get commercials, breaks, you know, like if you have a long enough video, all videos anyway will have a commercial break if you're monetizing your videos. But then the dude wants to take time in his video. These dudes want to take time in the video and actually give you a commercial as part of their video. They're getting extra slick with it, and you know, you got to make your money. I get that, but it is kind of whack when it seems like one guy is buying up all the channels to do ads. So like I made fun of Raid Shadow Legends because those freaking guys are everywhere. Um, from mid-tier channels to super big channels, they are buying ad space, and more power to them, I guess, but it is funny to make fun of that stuff. So don't watch the rest. Just drink. Your, just do you, do your thing the best. Do your thing the best. I think you might have typoed there, Jamaican. Um, yeah. So I'm gonna get out of here soon. So that's where I am. Like, I've been pulling out of games lately, so putting videos together. But I'm gonna do one tonight. I have videos that I was supposed to get out weeks ago. I did one that was supposed to do a part 2 to this. That was fun. I was supposed to do, because I did a little experiment with these so-called Joy-Cons. I did a little experiment with them to see if something would work. And so I shot it. I talked and did everything, but I just haven't edited it. So I have that. And I also have my Joy-Con repair experience with Nintendo, like a customer service based video ready to go. I just haven't edited that. Yeah, your thing. I got you, Jamaican. So they're there. It's just like, oh man, I got these videos, but I could be playing a video game right now, or should I be editing? Is anybody even going to watch this? I don't know. That was never a issue before. I never thought twice before about editing a video and putting it out there. But now it seems like YouTube is actively trying to keep people away from videos. It just feels that way, as to where before it felt more natural if you got views or not than it does now. It just seemed like year after year, oh, there's a new thing. Oh, you got to try this. You got to do this thing if you want people to click your video. It's like, this is indicative of how YouTube works now. If you have the, what do you call it? If you have a like YouTube app on your smart TV or your smart device, or whatever, your mobile device, you click on it and you have a load of like drop downs on the side. So I think the first one is home. That used to not be the case. It used to be subscriptions at the top, but now home is at the top. And home is where they feed you recommendations based on what you watch, maybe, or what they want you to watch because it's popular on YouTube. So they feed that at your home, your recommendations. That's the first thing you see. And then the next thing, actually, let me look. I want to get this right, because I think this is, and I was already in, so now I got to go back into YouTube on my TV here. I want to make sure I get this right, because this is part of the reason why it's hard to get even your own subscribers to watch your videos. Is the way YouTube is set up now. Because it used to be, I click on YouTube, the first thing I see was my subscription feed. Not the case anymore. I'm gonna show you how far down. You haven't even think about it, because most people have been whining about, oh man, they changed YouTube again. Why they keep messing with it? They made blah, blah, blah. All right, so at the top, let me fix that. At the top is search, and then you got home, and you get recommendeds, right? And the next segment of videos, recommendeds, is usually based on what you're watching, usually. Or maybe you just watch some random video, and now that's in something related to that video is in your recommend. Maybe you hit autoplay and something popped up that you cared nothing about, and now you're getting over and over. You're constantly getting new videos related to that video that you don't even care about. So that's in your recommended. And then let me go here. I'll scroll down. The next thing I get is GameSpot viewers also watch. I watched one GameSpot video in like the last year. And now all of a sudden, I got GameSpot viewers also watch, and they give me a bunch of videos that supposedly, and I know that's a lie too, but supposedly GameSpot viewers watch. Like, I care. Why do I care what GameSpot viewers watch just because I watched a GameSpot video? Like, it was a review, I think. I watched a review for something, probably Animal Crossing. Then there's COVID-19 news, which that's understandable. Then you get recently uploaded. Recently uploaded. Doesn't matter if you watch this stuff or not, or you subscribe or not. These are recently uploaded videos. Vanity Fair? Why am I getting Vanity Fair stuff? Cinemassacre, yeah. Thor Skywalker, I unsubscribed to him a while ago. Ashens, I watched maybe 5 Ashens videos in my entire life. Beyond the Trailer, I've watched here and there. Pushing Up Roses, I don't know who that is. GameSpot, I watched one GameSpot video in the last year, and now it's in my recent, like, and then you have like music, listen again stuff, and browse by topic. All right, so that's home. Now we go down to gaming, and that's mostly what I watch is gaming related stuff. So most of this stuff is I care about. EPN, I'm subscribed. These are people I'm subscribed to. Then there's a bunch of people I'm not. I watched something and now I'm getting a bunch of their stuff. So that's what's next. Let's go back. You have home, gaming. Now we got music. So there's a bunch of music related stuff. And these are like mandatory options in your sidebar. All right. Then there's news. And then I get like sports stuff, which I don't watch on this channel. On this account, I use another account to watch that. So I don't get bombarded with a bunch of stuff. That's why I do it. I have another account where I watch like news and sports. So my Mizzah Tee channel doesn't get bombarded with this stuff. As far as my recommends and whatnot. So there's news. Then we have movies. You still with me? Then they have a bunch of movies they want to rent or sell to you. Or movies that are free with ads you can watch. And they have a bunch of ads all over them. And then we get to subscriptions. Finally, the people you're subscribed to. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 spaces down before we get to your subscribers. So you wonder why you have people that are subscribed to you that say, oh, I don't see your videos. If I don't watch you for a week and I'm watching other things, your video gets drowned in my feed. And that's what's happening. And so they say notifications. Notifications only really work on your smart device. If you have notifications on for your cell phone or your iPad or whatever, that only help you then. And then you still have to actually go in and click on the video. You may forget about that notification. And when you finally get to YouTube, you've forgotten about it. You're not using your phone. You're on your TV or whatever. And boom, you don't see it. So that's why that's one of the big reasons YouTube is broken. So you have to go 7 options down before you get to subscriptions. Subscriptions used to be at the top. It used to be the top thing you saw when you clicked on your channel, your subscriptions. And you used to have all their videos right there, right at the top. Now you have to go bloop, 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 bloop before you can get to subscriptions to see your subscription feed. And that is the biggest reason why it's all messed up now as far as people watching you, people who are subscribed to you, actually watching your stuff. Because so by the time they even think about watching your stuff, they watch all this other garbage that's now being recommended to them regularly now. They watch all that other garbage and they're like, oh, I don't have any more time to watch even my own subscriptions. I know that because I do that. I've done that. YouTube is not subscriber friendly anymore like it used to be. It used to be all about your subscription feed. But Google saw dollar signs and like, well, let's get these people detached from the stuff they only watch all the time. This is the stuff the people they only watch that they subscribe to. Let's detach them from that and let's get them to watch these other videos so we can make more ad revenue. And that's why it's all jacked up now. So let's see. Parody. All right. Retro, big part of the. Did I read that? Yeah, I read that already. All right. Jamaican Gamer, don't watch the rest. I read that. Your thing. All right. Retro, that's like on Facebook, 14 of your friends use this app. Like, no, bitch. You know very well none of them did. Yeah, and it's fake news. It's all bogus. Garbage. Keys. Wow, I haven't seen you in a long time. Why don't you go out there another crowd? The crumb side of YouTube is gone. Again, I don't do quote unquote crumb side stuff. That was never a focus on my channel. So I'm not trying to attract. Like, I'm doing nothing to attract crumb side. Like, the only thing I could do is, again, fake it to make it, which I can't do that. And so now I'm going to, again, like I said, it's going to be more about my movie channel and see if I can get any traction there. And it's going to be movie analysis and little skits. And, you know, I might even throw up a few of my own movies on there because nobody has seen them outside of oh my gosh, I'm going blank. Outside of movie festival viewers, nobody has seen my stuff. Short movies, short film festivals and whatnot. Outside of film festival viewers, nobody has seen my stuff. So I'm going to do that and see where that goes. And if that starts to pick up, I'll use that to reference my gaming stuff. So, and both of those worlds can be good. And so that's where I'm at. Like, that's where I'm going to try to big up my movie stuff. I'm going to do a couple of videos this weekend finally, because people have been asking me. I know some people subscribed and they've been waiting for months for me to put, but I want to do it right. I want to make sure my first video is the right, what am I saying? The right, I want to make sure it has the right focus and it stays there. And you know what kind of channel you're going to get right from the first video. So that's why it's important. And so I'm going to do an intro video. Hey, this is what my channel is going to be about. And then I already have a review written. I just need to record it and edit it. And it's for, what is this show? It's a zombie show, Black Summer on Netflix. And I think it's hilarious. So we'll see where that goes. Hopefully that gets some traction. And I'll let you guys know, if you're not subscribed already, to go check out that side. If you're a movie person, you may not be. But it's going to be entertaining stuff. I think it's going to be funny. Like, you don't have to be in the movies and TV shows to like it. I think because it's going to have my, the old humor I used to use on here. So, but yeah, that's it. I'm going to get out of here. Thank you guys again. Hopefully you come along with me on this journey. Continue to. Hopefully been going the way I envisioned it way back in 2012. And I got sidetracked a bit. And kind of went a different direction and didn't focus as much. And so now we're going to see what happens. And as long as you guys are there and supporting, we'll get this thing going. So let's see. Keep trying as hard as you can. You can do it. It's the thing. Thank you, Keys, for that. That is the thing about me. Like, there is a reason I'm actually still on YouTube. There's a ton of channels that even influenced me to come in, and they're all gone now, or most of them are gone. And here I am still here, beating at, beating a wall. There's a reason for that, because I don't like to give up. I don't like to concede. I don't like when people I feel like, or narratives I feel like shouldn't win. I can't sit, like I can't sleep and let that happen. It's just in my nature. I'm a fighter by nature. Like, it's just in me. So I can fight all day. And I've had situations where I've argued with people back and forth because I'm just a fighter, and like I don't let you step on me without me coming at you. So, but a part of that has to go away, and you won't see that on the movie channel anyway. It's going to be about movies and analysis, and making fun of bad movies, because people love that. I love that. I love watching videos where they make fun of bad movies, and I will be doing little experiments here and there on this channel to see if there is an appetite for, like I said, more produced stuff that I used to do. Because there's videos out there that I've done, like Imagine the Possibilities Switch video. Love that video, and it's very it's very different. It's not different, but it's very what's the word I'm looking for? It's very well produced, and very other side of YouTube stuff, and it did okay. But that's when YouTube started to mess up. Like, that was around the time it did. I think I got like 5,000 views on that one. But I was like actively trying to see with that video. That video was kind of an experiment to see if I got traction with that, and I did. 5,000 views for somebody with 5,000 subscribers, that's good. I was hoping to break out above that, but I have broken, like I said, I've broken out above that with other videos. So I love doing the gaming doc stuff, the gaming knowledge stuff. So I need less motivation for those things. So I just need to focus on that. And those videos take time. But then, the back of my head is like, well, YouTube wants you to put out videos regularly, or, but then I look like at some people, they don't put out one video a week and they get like 800,000 views a week, if not more. So I have to fight against what I'm supposed to do. 10 minutes, it got to be 10 minutes. I have to fight against that and just do what I do. And hopefully that's good enough. We'll see what happens. But thank you guys again. Wow, Grim's in here. Bring the doll back. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm gonna bring back Tee. But even that has a limited appeal. Some people may not understand the comedy there. I remember I did the Saturn video, and I had the doll, and people were like, "Oh man, I love this video," except for that doll and the voice you were doing. It's great information and cool stuff in this video. So I had people saying that, and there was a lot of people saying that in that video, because I had quite a few thumbs down, not more than thumbs up, but more than what I usually get. And people saying, "Great video, just drop the doll thing." So I'm fighting with all these different, ideas, because I hear from people saying, "Oh, if you didn't have the doll, if you didn't do that voice, this would have been a great video, blah, blah, blah." So I'm going to experiment and see what happens. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Appreciate it. Go play some games, man. Get back into Animal Crossing. I don't think I'm going to get back on tonight, but tomorrow. And I got some stuff to finish as well. I got some videos to make, obviously. So that's it, guys. Thank you. And I'll see you fools next time. Peace out.